Then let me get the audience reaction. What'd y'all think of that movie? Rated out of 10.
4.
That's very generous.
Whoa, what'd you say? What'd you give it? Whoa! Alright, we back, and we just saw A Haunting in Venice. Thoughts?
In post-World War II Venice, Poirot, now retired and living in his own exile, reluctantly attends a seance. But when one of the guests is murdered, it's up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer. This is the third movie, I guess, in the Poirot series based on, the Agatha Christie books. I will say I really like this one, especially after what was the last one? It's Nile something.
Death on the Nile.
Yeah, obviously like there's a little more of a spooky element to it.
Yeah.
Testing Poirot's kind of belief in you good.
Surfing, bruh.
Yeah, kind of like we got into, questioning whether Poirot actually believes in kind of spiritual, ghosts and so yeah, it was very much of the spooky season kind of Whoa, did you hear that?
I heard nothing. Nothing, Poirot.
But I like it, yeah. You're always trying to like get on Poirot's level, but you can never beat Poirot.
Yeah, I know he's legit.
But I don't know.
He came with some
I guess,
sleuthing.
yeah. I don't want to spoil everything,
Spoiler, don't matter. You already know how we do. Everybody know you came to hindsight. We talking about everything.
You gotta give it some time.
Just listen for 5 minutes before we spoil everything.
But yeah, he's tested in his beliefs. I liked how they included kind of supernatural elements within it, but then they sort of explain it, but then you're still kind of wondering if
that was the best part.
Ghosts exist in the world.
They never took it away all the way.
Yeah.
Even though he did get to, he got his Poirot on and he did the detective thing and he really did get to the answer. But at the end, it was like, but what was that? Even you as the viewer were still thinking like, well, what was that?
Like all these, like he was, I mean, it's kind of not an easy excuse, but what is it called? Convenient, to where he's kind of led to certain clues, and maybe in some movies that'd be considered a little bit
but
kind
it was
of
on
easy,
purpose though.
but
But it was on purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like that was what made it good. Is at the end, okay, that
it was all
a part
explained.
of it. Yeah.
And there was moments where like certain parts of the mystery were solved, but you're like, it's like people's kind of involvement was explained. So like there was like kind of like payoffs.
Yeah.
With it, like
for sure.
on the way to the final payoff.
Yeah, for sure. Because there was like multiple murders, and that kind of kept it flowing. So why don't you guys go and smash that subscribe button and just go over and destroy that like button real quick because we're about to get the spoilers now.
Spoiler time. But yeah, everyone has their own kind of motives.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess that's typical, but yeah, no, it was
but
very
because
well done.
like the people were being murdered along the way, I feel like and there was also suspense building while you were getting those little nuggets. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it never revealed that full tapestry.
The author wanted to like, have her next book do well, and use
Poirot as like
Poirot as
the catalyst, really.
Yeah,
just like,
to kind of expose it, and that definitely makes sense. So that's kind of like, it happens early on where it's like, oh, did she do all of this then?
Yeah, for sure. Because he's exposing plot after plot. That's literally how the movie goes, is he's exposing plot after plot. It's like, until he gets to the final plot, which is boom.
But everyone was great, like Michelle Yeoh. As the
I didn't want to see her go out like that, but it had to happen.
Yeah.
She should have been a fraud. Definitely spoiler.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of saw that coming, because
Especially
that's
when
the
she was
easy.
doing the demon thing. Yeah, I was like, okay.
But I was like, it's cool. Like even the moments where, the keyboard is or the typewriter is
good. Yeah,
magically typing.
Yeah, that looks so
like
good.
even just to explain that is
yep.
cool because like you're like, how the fuck are they gonna explain this?
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun.
You know,
and even if they didn't,
her
I
little
would've been
assistants
satisfied.
are like hiding in the chimney.
That was crazy.
Had some like magnetic device to make
That was crazy.
make the typewriter.
I'm not mad at it though, yo. Theatrics. And she was like, yeah, so what if I'm fake? I love how she just straight up said that at the end.
Yeah, and then she going in the loop here. Alright.
Yeah, but then yeah, she was a fraud.
Yeah.
It was
Very
like
well done.
I just like Michelle Yeoh, so it doesn't matter what she does. Because she played a different character too. And I feel like
But yeah, but like he kind of called her, like he revealed the kind of mystery, but then she kind of doubles down and gets possessed.
Which was great, yeah.
And then proceeds to
Starts
get
to
murdered.
spin in the chair. Because it's
Great
funny.
filmmaking.
Because like, why would moms want to even hear that? It's like she was just pretending that whole time. Like that was my daughter's voice.
Yeah. No. So spoiler. Yeah. Mom of the daughter that got murdered was the
Dun,
culprit.
dun, dun.
Or we call it not culprit, but the
Killer.
But there's another word for it. Anyway.
Who done it? She the one who done it.
She the one who done it. But yeah, it's like you uncover the clues, like the little honey from the plants was actually the poison.
And you know, I would have never even guessed no shit like that. It's like I kept seeing that, and I knew when he said like, "There's nothing," so like I was like, "Oh, okay, there's something to that honey."
Yeah. Because like, yeah.
That's just too
he was
random
just
of it.
as well.
Way too random. It was solid. It was solid. And I like how he really is like the angel of death. And everywhere he goes in all these movies, niggas dying.
Yeah.
Like, people are
Well,
gonna
he
die.
is a fucking murder solver.
Yeah, but
so,
I mean, no. I mean, after he arrives,
yeah,
people are still dying.
I mean, you know, people call him in for the big
So I'm trying to think
mysteries.
back.
You
In
know?
the last one, wasn't it 3 people too, or was it more? I don't know. He got a little body count.
Oh yeah, that was a bunch of deaths.
What was the first one? Orient Express? No, what am I thinking?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
Orient
yeah.
Express.
Yeah.
Okay.
You saw that?
And if I'm being honest, I'm trying to think back. Maybe I never did see that. It's impossible. I had to have. No, I don't think I saw
You
it.
had to have seen it. Yeah, the first one was great. Yeah, everyone's on a train because it's very enclosed, so you know.
Someone had to have done it. That's like their style. Just lock everybody in a room. Like we're gonna figure this one
lock
out.
everyone in a train, lock everyone in a murder
boat.
building, a haunted house. This was the most like horror of the 3 for sure.
Yeah, but I liked it. I like how they did it. It was still like detective horror.
it was very thrilling.
Yeah.
Like.
Like
and all
it
and
was
scary, like, you know,
thrilling
when
night.
they went down to the fucking basement.
Oh yeah, I was loving that.
There was some scary moments, and then when you're following Poirot when he's like trying to go into rooms and like, and he himself is not well because of the poison.
Oh yeah, when you're like, that was the like, I love those shots.
Oh yeah.
When he was like doing the crazy walk, like and it was like that first person.
And then like the camera's like attached to his
Yeah,
face
that was
kind of thing.
great. His trip walk.
But yeah, like he goes to the bathroom and he tries to turn on the faucet and there's nothing.
It's this little girl.
Yeah, the daughter.
Yeah, but how would he have
version.
known that? He must have seen that picture and just started hallucinating it.
But how would he
He
hallucinate at that particular
because I feel
person?
like they showed the pictures earlier. He saw them. And he probably was putting it together in his mind or something. Who knows? I didn't know how
that's
the
whole thing. I think like
work.
he couldn't have done it, and the little kid says that as much at the end. Like he was kind of led to certain clues because of the apple. Yeah, like literally, like all the letters disappeared in that. Like,
yeah, that was pretty trippy.
That invitation note.
But that's probably just his cognitive abilities, taking when his mind is unleashed. The clues are coming from different places.
Going God mode.
I could have always seen the truth. Yeah.
What's that movie?
Limitless. No, just kidding. I don't know. The Matrix shit.
Well, even with that, what's that famous detective? They did a series of movies with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, yeah. It's kind of similar vibes.
Oh, for sure. No questions. The same with the Daniel Craig guy.
Except, oh yeah, and
but we need more detectives.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would still say, Daniel, what's his name?
Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig. His movies are better.
Oh no, easily. They just have a little bit more character to them. You know what I mean? Like, and I thought this movie did have character, but I do think that the Knives Out series has a little bit more character. Everybody's a little bit more of like, you know what I mean? Like a weird suspect. In this one, it had it too, but I don't know. That one is more like over the top. But this one was great. I really did like it. I liked it.
More over the top?
Yeah, it's more over the top.
I don't know. I think it's pretty grounded.
They were at a billionaire's island, and then the glass building and all that. Like it was just there's a lot of access. The first one, but it was still.
Yeah, I guess they
with that crazy family fighting over all the money. Like it was over the top.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of personality, and that's why I like those movies. But these were good. But honestly, I'll say this: in those movies, the whole cast. But the whole cast has personality, and in these ones, Piero's usually the only person who I'm kind of here and rooting for, and everyone else is just a really strong supporting cast. But it's not like I'm really that invested in all of them. They're just kind of there, and Piero really is just okay, this is where I'm at. I'm super like them, but I guess that's how it's written. So
yeah, it's also a different time period too.
Legit. And I like the time period. I think I like that for sure.
Yeah, and the whole dynamic of basically the daughter is just a mama's girl, like she cares more about her mom, and that's the reason that she split up with that dude.
Yeah, but when he comes back, no, he left her for the fiance or whatever, and then he came back to say I'm sorry, and the mom was like, no. I thought that he was cheating with the mom or something. That's what they seemed like they were going with. But it wasn't.
Well, didn't the doctor have?
Yeah, he did, but it seemed like he was just tied around her finger, on some
with the daughter.
No, I didn't think so. I felt like he just. I thought that at first, but then it was oh no, he probably did just care for her, and he was being negligent or something, and he felt like he was guilty, kind of something like that. I can't really remember his story. It was irrelevant.
Felt guilty? Why?
I don't know. Because she died. That's why he was there. Or no? Or was he in on it? I don't remember. Yes, he was in on it.
He was blackmailed.
No, he wasn't. The kid was blackmailed. He was in on it. He was in on it with the lady. Or something like that. Yeah, right? He said, I quit being... Who quit being a cop after...
Cop? He was
I'm trying to remember the mystery.
In the war.
He was in the war, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm mixing up some characters. I was mixing up the police officer who was there the night she died.
Yeah, the police officer was different.
Yeah.
The police officer was with the writer living in
He was totally innocent then. Yeah, he was totally innocent.
Well, no, he knew about because he was bodyguarding him.
No.
Before,
You're talking about the doctor father.
No, I'm talking about the police officer.
Oh, the police officer.
That's what you said.
Yeah. But I meant the doctor father.
Oh, okay.
But either way, the doctor father is innocent, and the police guy was guilty.
Yeah. But also, everyone was doing what was best for them, I guess.
Yeah, no. Legit.
But yeah, even at the beginning, like with all the kids and the story, like that was very well done.
Yeah, I like them shots with those birds and stuff at the very, very beginning. Yeah. That was like, okay. Set the tone.
Then, just like the kind of myth of the haunted house with the, all the kids the ghosts like hate doctors and stuff because of the
something's
pandemic.
Cash. Yeah. The vendetta, the children's vendetta. I like the
really
end though when the mother was like, I just couldn't be without her, and it was like she seemingly brought her down there, like, come with me then. I thought it almost was like a happy ending for the moms after she killed everybody.
Wait, say it again?
Like how the daughter almost was like, come with me, because she was like, I can't be without her. And then she's like,
Be without who?
The daughter. Like I couldn't be without her or something like that, whatever she said.
Wait, which part are you talking? Like the beginning?
At the very end, when mother was gonna fall. I liked how it was like the daughter was brought her down. Like, you know what I mean? Like they come with me. Under the seat, when she was like going under the seat. Yeah.
That was odd because Poirot was up there, and then something came from behind him.
The ghost.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, how at the end they left it, where it was kind of open-ended. Because you did see that, and it was like, well, did she jump, or was that like actually the spirit? But I thought at the end, you saw the spirit really bringing her into the water, like we can be together, moms.
Beautiful.
Poetic even. Oh, R.I.P. R.I.P. the moms. All right, rated.
Let's see. Did we? This one. What are the characters? The nun, I guess.
I didn't care about her. I didn't care about her at all.
She was faithful to the family. I mean, she was ignorant of
the cloth.
What happened to her.
Yeah, she killed her.
But
literally, she killed her.
Yeah, technically, she killed the daughter.
We're not pointing fingers or anything. We're just saying it was her fault. But she definitely did do that. Poisoned her with honey unbeknownst. Well, whatever, She was trying to help, like legit. That's the crazy thing. That's crazy. That's sad.
I like those. Sometimes you're innocent, but
you're guilty. Yeah, that sucks. Because she did try and help her. She was thinking, like, what is the best thing I could do to help her? And then do what her mother does, but just kill her. Slowly kill her.
It's one of those things, yeah. You make a mistake and somebody dies. What was that one with Pete Davidson where he
cut his neck with his sword? It was I don't remember.
And the whole thing was like, who killed this guy? Yeah, and he actually just was being a fucking spoilers.
Literally can't even remember what that movie was.
Okay, probably good so that we don't.
Yeah.
Spoil a different movie.
Hit that rating.
And then the two assistants as well of the Michelle Yeoh. Like I thought they were.
I'm not rating it until we go through everybody. Okay.
No, I thought they were gonna be the killers because
but I didn't like
they pretty much admitted or their stories were inconsistent.
But I felt like they were just extra fodder. No, she was just fodder.
Yeah, no, they were.
Both of them, they're just fodder in the story. It was just misdirection.
That's how he pretty much found out that
she was a phony. Michelle Yeoh was a phony. That's crazy.
Yeah,
she was giving people hope.
Disrespect.
But I did like.
Poirot's like, I don't like people like you. She's like, excuse me?
Oh
like
yeah,
Asians,
for sure. Yeah,
Asian
I caught
people?
that too. Opportunist.
No. That's a low blow.
That was a Piero test. That was a mental Piero test.
Yeah.
You could probably really do that on people.
At least there was Asian representation. No black representation.
Yeah, I noticed.
Except for that boy was like Indian.
Something, yeah. He was something. I was okay
Kid
with it,
was
like
good
it didn't
too.
matter.
The kid was
It's because what's her
hard to
name?
find
Black
talent.
Panther girl ruined the last one, so I mean her and Gal Gadot together were just a L, so I can understand why you're gonna pull back. Be safe. Yeah, but I liked it. I have nothing about the whole cast was great. Whole cast was great. All right, rate that.
8.5.
I had
Maybe
the
9.
You know, that's crazy. I was thinking 9, but when you said 8.5, I thought, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. And then you swap it up to the 9, but I think that means it's got to be the 8.5.
I mean,
it was missing some things. It was missing something.
It was a very well crafted.
It
story.
was.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I can't give it the 9. I can only give it the 8.5.
We saw Poirot's faults.
You know, I take it back. I'll give it a 9. It's fine. Only because at the end he grew. He did have like an arc.
Yeah. He wasn't just behind, like, 5 steps ahead of everyone. He was questioning himself.
And he had like the spirits, like at the end, whether the spirits were real or not, he was like, okay, I can actually help people with my gifts. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that last scene of him, like he was retired, didn't want anything to do with any of that shit. And, then he opens his door and he start helping people get to the bottom of their problem. Like it's just funny. Like people are still waiting outside.
Yeah,
his place, just camped out.
You got a mystery to solve. You know who to call. You a Ghostbuster. But yeah,
it's like you gotta wait for Jesus to make his return.
And he didn't. He left the door open and said, "Come, my disciples."
Yeah. So. Yeah, 9.
I give it a 9.
I guess the humor there wasn't as much humor.
There really wasn't any, and I liked it better that way. They stuck to the scary, and they never let go of it.
The last one, there was more jokes maybe. Like
they were
like
all like angry
the last
jokes.
One, dude,
the last one had like poison jokes.
And they like explained his mustache, which is very ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't really like the whole now. They tried to explain like
I thought he was gonna have it gone at the beginning of this, but it wasn't even like that. That was a little crazy. Like they would continue that little story, but his mustache is too classic. Like he needed to have that. Yeah. I would have honestly been mad if he didn't have it. That's part of his character. Just like how it's like cleanly, it's like a double mustache or something.
Even after he was, suffocated in the water.
Mustache comes out perfectly trimmed. No. That was great. Thank you for another one. Yeah. Can't wait for the next one.
Great special effects too. Like I feel like in the Death on the Nile there was a lot of bad CG and like.
Well, I felt like they didn't hit,
Egyptian.
But they didn't even rock with CG that much in this film.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was very practical. Like a lot of it.
Yeah, very practical.
Seemed practical. Like they probably had certain bit triggers to those like the chandelier or
of course.
So always gotta respect the practical effects versus.
And a bunch of shadows running. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of. I'm trying to think of any ghosts I saw. Maybe just the girl at the end.
There wasn't really like.
There was
a lot of just
mirror,
suspense.
But like the people in the mirror, and then the girl at the end, I mean, his hallucination.
Yeah.
Like when he would see those kids behind him. Like it was pretty light. And honestly, that could have been practical too. And I think it was probably just a kid standing there. That wasn't even.
Yeah. I'm sad Jim didn't get to, be a part of this hindsight. He probably would have had a lot to say.
Yeah.
Because he's a horror fanatic, as people who listen to hindsight will know.
Yeah. Well, he went in on that for sure. But yep, solid 9. Go see this one. Go see this. And we out.